Recorded Books presents Real as It Gets by Reshonda Tate Billingsley. Narrated by Jasmin Walker. Chapter 1. The image on the screen gave me chills. I knew Savannah Vanderpool. She was a beautiful former Miss Teen Miami who had branched out to movies. We'd taken some modeling classes together when I was in middle school, and although I didn't talk to her much anymore, we kept in touch through Instagram and Twitter. It wasn't often that I gave other girls props, but Savannah had earned hers. She was Beyonce, Sierra, and Megan Good rolled up into one. A class act. That's who Savannah was. Because this chick I was looking at right then was anything but classy. She looked like a crackhead, meth head, and dope fiend rolled up into one. Savannah's eyes were sunken, almost like her face was swallowing them. She had dark circles under her eyes, and her face was taut and dry. Her skin was sagging, looking like it was just hanging onto her bones. Her once beautiful blonde hair was stringy, and the dark roots were showing. The only modeling she could do now would be in a Just Say No drug ad. "Maya," my director Manny whispered in my earpiece. "Go, you're live." I caught myself. I didn't usually let anything get me off my game when I was in hosting mode at my talk show, Rumor Central, but seeing Savannah's picture had definitely left me speechless. "Wow, I guess you can say I'm a little stunned myself," I continued, turning my attention back to the camera. "If you knew Savannah Vanderpool like I knew Savannah Vanderpool, you'd be just as shocked." We'd gotten the story about Savannah being arrested just minutes before I was going on air. My producer, Dexter, had handed me a sheet with some limited information and told me to wing it. I had no problem with that because dishing dirt was what had made me so popular on Rumor Central. I was even used to dishing dirt about my friends, especially because I was usually the one who had dug up the dirt. Even though I'd stopped airing my friends' dirty laundry, I had no problem digging in other celebrities' backyards. I had to. Since I started Rumor Central 4 months before, it had become one of the hottest gossip shows in the country. We were now shown in 17 major cities, and my popularity was through the roof. Celebs as big as Usher and Rihanna called me when they wanted to slip out a little gossip. And other celebrities tried to become my best friends to keep their dirt off the air. So, a little scandalous story never shocked me. But this picture of Savannah? I wasn't ready for that. "This is just into the Rumor Central studios," I continued. "So we haven't been able to get all the details, but rumor has it that this mugshot is from Savannah's arrest last night after she caused a scene at the Sports Illustrated reception. Apparently, she arrived to the event high, dazed, and acting out. Witnesses say she was actually in a psychotic-like state. Organizers saw her and refused to let her go on stage. We're told Savannah was so high that she took off all her clothes and began running through the party screaming and crying as she destroyed everything in sight." I took a deep breath as an earlier photo of Savannah as Miss Teen Miami flashed on the screen. I continued. "Our sources tell us Savannah was high on K2, a hyped-up version of Kush, the popular synthetic drug sweeping the country. We don't know much about K2, but you'd better believe that Rumor Central is all over this story, and we'll keep you updated. I'm your girl, Maya Morgan, and we'll be back right after this." I tossed to the break and motioned for my new assistant, Yolanda, to get me some water. Usually we kept it light and gossipy on Rumor Central. I didn't get all deep into stories, and this was exactly the reason why. These kind of stories were just too much. "You okay?" Yolanda asked as she handed me a cooled bottle of Fiji water. I took a sip of the water. "Yeah, just tripping over that picture." I glanced over at the photo, which was still up on the monitor. I'd seen Savannah about 6 months before, and she had looked fine. How could someone get like that in just a few months? Dexter came over to me on the set as Yolanda scurried away. "Great job, Maya. I got some more details. Apparently this K2 is more powerful than Kush, and it's getting really hot among celebrities. It looks like spices or potpourri, and they say it was created in China or Korea as a plant growth stimulant. It's about 10 times more potent than meth." "Just wow," I said, shaking my head again at the picture. I knew some celebs that dabbled in drugs, but judging from the way she looked, Savannah had done a lot more than dabble. I just can't believe that she's fallen off like that. "Do you know Savannah?" Dexter anxiously asked as he ran his hands through his head full of bright red hair, something he did whenever he was excited. "I mean, personally?" "I figured you did."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?